You have already found your product on Amazon and now you're trying to source your product from various places. What you need to do is you need to go to Alibaba and you need to search for your product on Alibaba, right? You need to have at least 5 to 10 suppliers in mind before you source your product. What you need to do is you need to take the option of verified supplier and trade assurance. Trade assurance is basically a promise from Alibaba to the customer that if the supplier doesn't deliver your products properly or on time or whatever happens, they can basically refund you. And so this is the best way to source your products on Alibaba, right? Don't forget to take these two options. And now you need to message at least minimum of 5 suppliers. I recommend having a list of at least 10, where you can just choose 5 suppliers and literally ask them about your product, the MOQ, and the product cost, including any customizations. If you're going for private label, which I assume you are, you would be having some of the customizations like you'll have your brand logo, you'll have your own packaging design, and you need to send all these requirements to the suppliers so they're already aware of your requirements. The best way to do this is to just make one proper PDF or an Excel sheet with all your requirements and send it to all the suppliers to get the best quotes. The second thing is that you need to make sure that these suppliers are not middlemen. Most of the suppliers in Alibaba are middlemen and they do not actually have any factories, right? And so a simple way to ensure that they're not middlemen is basically look at the catalog. A lot of middlemen have a bigger catalog and so they're not specified to one niche or category, right? And then you can always ask them about images and pictures of their factories. If they're hesitant to send you any of that, that basically means they're middlemen, right? And last but not the least, if you're ordering a lot of products, always order samples, right? So I assume that you should order at least 3 to 5 samples from different suppliers, and this will ensure that the product quality you're receiving is top notch. You can compare the sample quality to your competitor products and see if the product is worth ordering or not, right? Once you have the samples inspected, once you have the MOQ decided, once you have the product cost decided, the other thing is the shipping of your product, right? You need to ship the product to Amazon's warehouse directly. If you're selling in US, then it will come from China to US. And you need to ask the supplier about DDP prices, right? DDP ensures that the supplier will cover your custom duties and they'll handle all the documentation. This ensures that as a seller, you don't have to get in the hassle of documentation and clearing out custom duties and whatsoever, right? A lot of suppliers are aware of these terms, and all you have to do is just ask them, hey, I need DDP codes, and they'll give you those codes, right? Once you have everything finalized, make sure you have all these things documented. A lot of things can still go wrong with the suppliers. A lot of the scams have been reported on Alibaba, so make sure that you do your basic checks before actually buying them. But nevertheless, if you've gone through trade assurance, Alibaba will ensure that you get your refunds if something goes the other way.